So today I wanted to share with you a walk that we did last summer at the Bunchberry Meadows. It's located a short drive outside of Edmonton, and the area is part of the Devon Dunes environmentally significant area, so it has a sensitive aquifer underneath the sandy soils. It was protected in 2016 with partnership between the Edmonton and Area Land Trust and the Nature Conservancy of Canada. The area consists of a variety of areas, including meadows as well as old-growth forest. Shortly down the first trail, we came upon a stand of birch trees with their stunning white bark. Although the forest itself was quiet, Bunchberry Meadows lies underneath the flight path near the Edmonton International Airport, so you do hear jets flying overhead at regular intervals. Being midsummer, there was a number of wildflowers visible. Unfortunately, I'm not that good at identifying wildflowers, but I will identify what I can. I was impressed at the number of detailed trail signs to help guide visitors. Along the trail, I spotted some ripe raspberries shining like jewels in the morning sun. Of course, for trail etiquette, the property requests that you not eat the berries that you come across, as they should be food for the animals. As we continued on, we entered the more open meadows, patrolled by hundreds of dragonflies. Back among the trees, I spotted a solitary blooming Indian pipe or ghost flower. These small plants lack chlorophyll and are among my favorite flowers to spot during the midsummer. The south side of Bunchberry borders on private properties, so we could hear dogs barking in the distance. After crossing the meadow, I spotted a bee sleeping on the underside of a flower. As we walked back from the hill, a small frog hopped to get out of the way. And shortly after, I spotted a predatory wasp taking down a dragonfly. As we came around the south side, we paused to look at another signboard. So this is Bunchberry Meadows. So the parking lot that we came in is right here. And we walked around here all the way, and then onto this trail. We walked out to the lookout point. There wasn't that much to see really, it's just a high hill. And right now we're on the south side. So we're gonna head back up all the way around, and then we're probably going to do the north side of the trail and then head back, and that's going to be our walk. As we continued on, we came across a cluster of big mushrooms. These berries are wild sarsaparilla. As you can see, they grow in a small cluster under a simple set of leaves. The berries are edible, and they do have a big seed in them, so be careful if you do try one. They are really quite tasty, and I was surprised to actually find any because usually animals will eat them quite quickly. We reached the west side and entered the pine forest. It had an almost spooky feel to it. The forest itself seemed super quiet, and it took me a while to realize why. The valley that I tend to walk in frequently has a number of areas close to the creek, so you often hear the sound of water flowing. At Bunchberry, there was a marshy area in the middle of the property, but there wasn't a lot of background water sounds that I was used to. Also, when we went, it seemed like the marshy areas were actually a little bit low, and it seemed like a lot of the waterfowl that would be there were actually over at another marsh. On one of the trees, I spotted a large wasp's nest, and I took a moment to watch them carefully from a distance. Of course, I would have to show an image of the bunchberries, which give the place its name. These also are edible berries and taste a bit like a bland apple. This colorful insect that looks like a butterfly is actually a moth. It's called the police car moth. Its caterpillars feed on bluebells, which are also known as lungwort. At the parking lot, there were a couple of outhouses which actually were really clean and had a nice view outside of them. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.